Hey guys, welcome back to my first review from Wave 2 of the 2015 Force Awakens Black Series figures, the 6-inch line. This one got Captain Phasma, which is probably my favourite from the Wave. This figure is getting tons of money from the second-hand market from scalpers on eBay. I don't know if it's getting the money, but there seem to be a lot of people asking for a lot of money. It's a highly sought-after figure, and I can see why. It's absolutely amazing. I'm really happy with this figure, so we'll get into a quick look at it in a minute, but we'll just have a look at the box. I know I don't spend too much time on packaging anymore, but it's number 6 from the new numbering from this particular style. It just says, clad in distinctive metallic armor, Captain Phasma commands the First Order's Legion of Troopers. You can see on the side there, number 6, and a picture on the front. So that we'll just leave that there. We'll get straight onto the figure. I'm really impressed with this one. She is a really tall figure. She's probably closer to. I've got a ruler handy. She's almost at 7 inches. Probably just over 6.5. Very close to 7. There's 6 inches and 3/4. So she's a tall figure. If you can compare it to a stormtrooper, Stormtrooper's about up to her shoulder, so it's full head taller. Really nicely done figure. Pretty good considering that. I mean, they're not going to be able to go to the amount of detail it requires to get a chrome metallic finish, like she's going to appear in the film. But what they've done with the silver looks equally as good, I think. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks fantastic. I'm just having a little bit of trouble standing her up at the moment. There we go. We'll have a look at her blaster. So it's the same as the we've just seen the Toys R Us exclusive Snow Trooper, which I reviewed a couple of videos ago. It's exactly the same as that, except it's got this sort of almost like a greeny silver wash colour to it instead of a chrome, which we've seen in the trailer. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try and repaint that. I probably won't worry about it. But it's the same sculpt as that, and if you take the stock off, it's the same as the regular Stormtrooper blasters, which I think they're calling F11D, as opposed to the Imperial Stormtroopers having an E11. So I'm not sure if the F11D is the one with the stock. I'm not sure yet. We'll wait until we get some of those awesome books coming out with the movie. But yeah, she holds it pretty well. She's also got the same sort of piece on the armor that the Stormtroopers have, so you can just sort of peg that onto the side of the leg, and it fits in there quite nicely. But overall, like, her armor is completely new sculpt, as opposed to being like a repaint of a Stormtrooper. There's a few different aspects, like the shin guards there. She's got more of like a boot look. The boots themselves are different. A lot of other similar features, but for the most part, it's the same. But like I said, there's a lot of different features on this. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked. It's almost an upscaled version of the Stormtrooper, but the helmet's different. It's got that really angular, sharper edge to it on the base of the helmet there. It's missing the sort of little breath filter thing on the corner, and it's got these sort of extra lines going up the top there. If only I could just pop this camera up a little bit higher. There we go. That's a little bit better. And she's got the cape, which is really nice. It's a sort of reasonably soft plastic, which is done really nicely. It's a nice matte finish to it. And you can sort of see a few like squares and straps. So it looks like this could potentially be strapped around her somehow. I wonder if not sure if we'll see that in the film, but time will tell. We're only a month away. But this is a really awesome figure, and she's a really imposing character. Sort of get the vibe that she's going to sort of be that fan favourite that Boba Fett was. Hopefully she doesn't die like a punk though. Yeah, she's tough. She looks good. Really impressed with this one. The design's cool. Like they sort of kept the Stormtrooper, but just made it Super Trooper, basically, like the original idea for Boba Fett. So definitely recommend picking this one up if you can find it. Very lucky to find this one at retail here in Australia. So yeah, everyone seems to be, all the online retailers seem to be getting them and shipping them out now. So if you've pre-ordered, you probably shouldn't be too far away. But yeah, really happy with this figure. She looks awesome, and that just the silver finish looks great. The articulation's got the ball jointed head, probably a ball hinge in the neck too, but the cape limits the movement. Ball hinge shoulders and elbows, ball hinge wrists. Got a bit of a torso movement there, which is nice. No waist articulation, unfortunately, but that's okay. Ball joints at the neck, I don't even know my body parts anymore. Thighs, swivel thighs, double jointed knees, and the joint hinged ankles with the rocker joint, so that's cool. Nice articulation on this figure, so definitely a centerpiece for my 6-inch Black Series Force Awakens shelf, which I've got going. Yeah, very nice, standing at the front with a few Stormtroopers behind her. Alright guys, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. I'll have another review coming up shortly, so stay tuned. Any comments, feedback, just post them in the comments below, and we'll see you all very soon. Until then, may the Force be with you.